time, alert, alive, awake, enthusiastic. Alert pa ba kayo? Yes, ma'am. Ayun. Alive pa ba kayo? Yes, ma'am. Awake pa ba kayo? Yes, ma'am. Ay, kailangan natin gumising. Let's go. Stand. Kailangan natin gumising. Labanan. We have to fight. Sige, any volunteer for the icebreaker? Model. Gusto ko si Yali. Nakakagising. Yali, help me out here. Kailangan natin gisingin mga kaklase mo. We have to wake them up.
Mas malaking shop tayo
Dito ka, Yali. Yan.
Alam mo!
Okay.
Ano gagawin natin?
Some warm up. Zumba.
Zumba!
Okay. So follow the leader.
Anong gagawin natin, guys? Ayun! Sige.
Go.
My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my...
Oh, wait. What you know is old.
Wait, I know.
May makabago niyan. There's a new way of acting that out. My toes, my knees, my shoulders. Yung sa inyo, ano pa yung old school? Alright?
Ulit kasi isa ka children's rhyme eh.
My toes,
Ganon.
point, my knees, my shoulders, my head. Yeah. Go,
Yeah,
teacher.
speak in your area. Game. 1, 2, 3, and my toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head. My toes, my knees, my head. My toes, my knees, my shoulder, my head.
Yay! Medyo nagising na ba? Ayan, nagising ba? Nagising. Shout out to our audience right now. Hello, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Kamahal Vlogs. And for today's lesson, we will be discussing about writing as a macro skill. Yeah, without further ado, shout out to all of you out there. Kindly share this link. All right, share the link, and you may also like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. If you are new here. Okay. So for today's lesson, let us go jump into the lesson. I will take the attendance later. Mamaya na lang siya. And then, let's go. Kasi baka antukin kayo, sayang naman yung in-exercise nyo. Alright. So, hello. Okay. So, for my students out there, please be with us until the end of this video for the attendance. If I am having 11 students here, medyo maraming absent, no? Alright, mamaya tayo mag-uusap dyan. And then, half of the class is supposedly with us via live streaming. So, ilan dapat yun? 24? How many is the half? 32! Oy, ang daming absent. Okay, so what we are going to do, ayan, Sheila, you are with us now. Kindly check the attendance for those students watching at home. Ayan. I must be having 32 views. Yan. On top of the other viewers. So, pag bumababa yan ng 32, it means so many are not with us this afternoon. So, please ask your classmates to join this live streaming and be with us until the end of this lesson. Okay, like what I said, I will be checking the attendance later. Okay? I need to be with my students while they are alive. Sayang yung dance step. Okay. So, are you seeing the PowerPoint? Alright. So, without further ado, again, it's teaching and assessment of the macro skills. Listening, if I'm not mistaken. But before that, of course, I want all of you to read what is written on the board. Aside from the topic, our subject, your talent, everybody go.
Your talent is God's gift to you. What to do with it is your gift back to God.
I know. Thank you for reading. I know and I have witnessed all of your talents, your skills, and all of those are from God. But according to that saying on the board, what you do with it is your gift back to God. So if you are gifted with anything, you know very well what you have in you. So you have to do something about it. Huwag niyong itago. Share it. Okay? And make other people benefit from what you have. Okay? So let us pray before we go to our lesson for the day. Put yourselves in the presence of God. Yan. Do not be distracted by anything around you at the moment. Just focus on praying. Alright? And let me lead you in prayer. Father God, the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings, we thank you for this wonderful afternoon that you have given us, for another strength that we have. Thank you that we are alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic to learn something new this afternoon. Also, guide us to be awake as we deal with the things that we need to learn this afternoon. Help my students here. Help the viewers that I'm having. Be with us, O Lord. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. Okay. Thank you for praying with me. Yeah, like what I said, I'll get the attendance later. So we are now on Module 4. Is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done with Modules 1, 2, and 3. Alright, but the coverage of your midterms will be Modules 1, 2, and 3. Before we jump into Module 4, can you kindly tell me what are the topics from Modules 1 to 3? Go ahead, MJ. Module 1 is on
Module 1 is reading. Module 2 is speaking. And Module 3 is listening.
correct. A round of applause for MJ. And thank you also if there are students keying in their answer in the chat box. All right. Yes, I am seeing your names. Thank you. So, ayan. We also have an answer from Jazz Random from modules 1 to 3. It's reading, listening, and speaking. And now we are up to module 4, which is all about writing. Okay, so what do we need to know about writing? So for module 4, we have, of course, definition and description, the targets of competence when it comes to writing, assessing and developing macro skills, genres of written language, types of writing performance, and finally, some examples of micro and macro skills in writing. So hold on. For the overview, can anyone help me read this out, please? Go ahead.
Overview. Writing skills are an important part of communication. Good writing skills allow you to communicate your message with clarity and ease to a far larger audience than to go face-to-face or telephone conversations. In a competence-based curriculum, the aims of education are
Achieved.
by gradually developing a coherent system of the general and specific competences. A curriculum that explains and plans the learning process in terms of developing various competencies is called competence-based curriculum.
Thank you so much for that reading. Again, what is CBC? What does CBC stand for? All right, competence-based curriculum. So all of the macro skills that we are discussing, we have been discussing and will still be discussing, all of those at the end of the semester, you should know how to get an outcome, especially a competence-based curriculum. So, for our objectives, these are the things that you will be doing. Proofread and rewrite sentences to make it correct. Write a letter to yourself or to your younger self. And write a story about each photo collected online and try to link them together. So these are the possible activities that you will be doing at the end of this module. So let's have a definition for writing. Do you agree that writing is a complex activity? Mahirap ba? Mahirap, no? Do you think writing is a complex activity? Yes, and it is stated in the slide that it is indeed complex. When you say complex, it's not simple. It's the opposite of simple. All right? And the understanding of the complexities is the key to effective teaching of writing. Remember, what we are trying to get here is you teaching writing to your future students. So it is a must that you become competent in writing also before you are able to teach it. Alright, so when you say competence in writing, it encompasses so many things, such as what is written there. When you say writing competence, okay, word choices, another, and yes, so cohesion and coherence. So all of this put together to develop this competence makes writing a complex activity. Okay? So let us define competence. We have been mentioning competence since we began this lesson. So when you say competence, anyone would like to? Yes, Deb?
Competence is defined as the integrated system of knowledge, skills, attitudes, qualities, and beliefs. These competences are developed through formal and informal education. These competences allow us to become able to solve a real problem, not just for one satisfactorily recognize equality expressing.
All right, thank you so much for that. Clearly, when you say competence, it's not only the skill itself. There are so many more factors to consider, such as It's not just skill, but it's an integrated system of what? Of knowledge, skills, attitude, values, and all of these can be drawn not only from the formal education, but also the informal education. So you should not only be wise in school, but also may sinasabi rin tayong street wise. That is what you call competence. It's the combination of both. Hindi pwedeng bookish ka lang, magaling ka lang magkabisa ng book, sa theories, pagdating sa real life, pagdating sa totoong buhay, you cannot apply it. Mabilis sumuko. Alright? And we are talking about competence here as a whole, not only in writing. Defining competence. Because we are always saying competence-based curriculum. Competence-based curriculum. So how are we going to produce competent students in the future? So again, when you say competent, it's not only the knowledge and the skills. It encompasses your attitude, behavior, what else? Personality, tama ba? Rinig ko sa inyo. And how you solve problems. How are you able to face problems? The diverse problems that you are about to face, maybe now, facing now, or even in the future. So hindi mo pwede sabihin, ay magaling ako sa English, I'm a competent teacher already. No. So again, it is an integrated system. So nababalance mo rin dapat. Hindi lang puro talino, hindi rin puro diskarte. Alright? So it should be balanced. And of course, the how you face life, solving problems, decision making. So yan, it all should be seen in your everyday life. Not only, it's not a once in a lifetime, what do you call this? Once in a lifetime performance, pero dapat every day of your life. Okay? At the quality expressed by the standards. That's why we have ISO. What is ISO for? International standard. So dapat may standard. Even in your teaching, may standard. In the way you live your lives right now. Dapat nakabukod ka na, may standard ka na, hindi ka na basta-basta kabataan, napakalat-kalat lang. The way you project yourself, the way you speak or post on social media, everything. Okay? So quality expressed by the standards. Now, what are the targets? What is CBC for? Why did we come up with CBC, or competence-based curriculum? So CBC, according to the slide, requests. It's a request. Requests teachers to address individual learning style. So it's a request. Masarap pakinggan pag-request no? Parang it's full of hope. Kasi request, pwede mong gawin, pwede mong hindi gawin. But if you are really a teacher by heart, di ba, what will you do? Of course, you will heed to the request. Alright? Gagawin mo to kasi out of passion, out of compassion, out of love. You will address the individual learning style of your students. That is the target, one of the targets of CBC, or again, competence-based curriculum. Okay, to use their freedom of adding or adapting the curriculum use their freedom, meaning that's why we have collaborative. Diba? Gone are the days that the teachers are the only decision makers in the classroom. Na, basta ganito gagawin nyo. No what ifs, no questions, no violent reactions whatsoever. So ngayon, it's a collaborative learning. So that is what you call freedom of adding or adapting the curriculum. That's why it's student-centered. You will base your activity on the student's needs. Correct? Alright? The student's learning style. So we are, as educators, we are the ones who adjust to the students. What else? Ayan o. Adapting the curriculum to local needs. Earlier, the first subject, we had act locally, think. So again, another word here, local needs. Although you are teaching, your level of teaching can go international, but you know the heart of your students locally. Hindi ka lumalayo. You are attached to your students. Kasi baka naman sobrang international na ng dating mo, nakakalimutan mo na yung sitwasyon sa baba. Okay? So that's how we relate that. The teacher may choose the teaching methods and techniques. That's our freedom. That's why when I teach you, I always say, at the end of the day, you will still have your own teaching style, teaching methods, techniques. Kasi kayo yan eh. We are only here to give you the light. But at the end of the day, you will walk through that tunnel. Okay? And adapt pedagogical practices depending on the learner's cognitive and effective backgrounds. So if you will be having a problematic student in the future, you always identify first. Huwag mo agad siyang i-judge. Eh, ikaw talaga napakasalbahe mo talaga. Wala ka talagang silbi sa classroom. Nagpapagulo ka na. So, you go back. Kilalanin mo yung bata. Home visitation. Talk to the friends. Huwag ka, kahit di ka man agad mag-home visit. Talk to the friends. Talk to the former teachers. Kaya mo yan sa DepEd. Sa college, medyo hindi na siya applicable. Okay? Because in college, we have very few professors who teaches, vast, di ba? Ang daming tinuturo, kukunti yung tao. So, hindi mo na ganong matutupan talaga. But in elementary, in high school, in the preschool, this is doable. What I'm saying is doable. And backgrounds and learning styles. Kasi, yung students mo, the classmates know them. I remember I don't remember if it's first or second meeting, but definitely I had this student, the most silent student in the room. Parang si ayan. Halimbawa lang, it's just an example. But I remember that student was the most silent one, and I asked him to answer me or to share some thoughts about what I was discussing at that time. And then sabi agad ng mga classmates niya, magkakakilala na sila. They were already grade 10. So 4 years na silang magkakasama. Then the classmates immediately told me, ay ma'am, never po yan nag-recite kahit nung elementary pa kami. Ma'am, di po talaga yan tatayo. Ay, na-challenge ako. Hindi ako nagalit, na-challenge ako. Because I want to see that child develop or at least experience reciting in my time. Kasi sabi nila, never pa daw nag-recite. So, some teachers would, if some teachers would hear that, maybe that teacher would say, oh sige, it's okay, you may pass. Okay na yan, huwag mo nang pilitin, so okay lang yan. But, there are some, like me, for that instance, I encouraged. O, kaya mo yan. Why? Are you shy? Na maybe they will laugh at you. So, things like that. You communicate. You ask. Sabi kanina, di ba, in your morning session, you ask in a nice way. Not sarcastically, you know, but out of compassion. Mararamdaman naman ng bata if you are sincere. Okay? So, those are the ways to learn on their backgrounds and learning styles. So, baka masyado tayong mama. Let's go on to the next slide. So, the emphasis of CBC or competence-based curriculum. Again, like what we always say, the learner is the center. So, it's always the learner in a competence-based curriculum. Why? Because you're trying to build, you're trying to juice out the competence of that student. So if you want to get something from that student, you have to really identify, know that student first. You must get the heart before you can ask for the hand. Okay? Hindi mo talaga mapapagawa yan pag malayo loob sa'yo. You agree? Yes or yes? Di ba? Lalong hindi susunod yung bala ka sa buhay. Sa isip-isip lang. Okay? So get the heart. The learner, as an autonomous thinker and explorer who expresses his or her own points of view, there are some students who also builds arguments. Iba-iba na yung students eh. Hindi lang yan laging actively participating. Some might build arguments. Some are asking questions for understanding. Some for exchanging ideas and cooperates with others in problem solving rather than a passive recipient of information. So whatever kind of student you have, you should always remember that that student is still part of your class. So you have to embrace each and everyone. And let's go to the teacher. You are also, as future teachers, CBC is also concerned on you as a teacher. Alright? Teacher as a facilitator of learning, as a coach, a partner that helps the learner. Hindi partner na yung iba na de-develop. So not that kind of partner, but a partner in the teaching learning process. That's why I said earlier, you have to get the heart before you can ask for the hand. So a partner, you should build the rapport and explain, to understand and explain rather than a knowledge authority. Because knowledge can be from everywhere now. Just one tip of the finger of your student, yung knowledge na tinuturo mo, kaya na nila makuha yan sa internet. Okay? So you would rather build partnership with your students. Right, Deb? Yeah, partnership. But when the teacher is not able to respond, think of it that maybe driving because of the time. It's 8:30 in the evening. Ayan. Don't get disturbed. Don't worry too much. My? Oh, that's the sentence. That's the end of the sentence. Okay. Oh, kanina mentioned punctuation in writing. Magtaka ka if that's an exclamation point. But if it's a period, gusto mo yung ellipsis. 1, 2, 3.
Nakakabado kasi ng pagtulog.
Really? Yung tuldok? I didn't, I was not thinking. Okay. Because of the tuldok. Okay. Now I know. Gusto niyo pala walang punctuation. Emoji, always. Okay. Gusto niyo thumbs up lang. Pag thumbs up, Personally, oh, I don't like thumbs up. I don't like receiving thumbs up. That's why I do not, do that also. Kasi parang, ang haba-haba nung sinabi tapos thumbs up. Parang ayos no? Okay. The teacher, classroom learning. Alright, we talked about classroom management before. So at least you have an idea when we say classroom learning. This is, a classroom should be a place for collaboration. Gone are the days of isolation, of individual performance. Okay? Collaboration and developing competences instead of being based on competition. So, inaalis na yung competition. That's why the classroom nowadays are heterogeneous. Minimix na. Yung before na may section 1, at ng magagaling nasa section 1. Nowadays, it's being spread. So, 10 in section 1, 10 in section 2, up to the last section. Spread out ang matatalino. Why? That is for collaboration and what? Aiming to develop competencies. Kasi pag magkakasama na lang lahat ng magagaling, wala na matitira, lalo na silang magkakagulo sa baba. So you have to spread out. Okay? And in order to establish hierarchies among learners and aiming at developing factual knowledge focused only on validated examples. Now the content, what is the content of the curriculum? It is provide a major shift from a theoretical learning or teaching of a subject to a variety of contexts that generate learning with understanding. That's why you will notice it's more on group activities, presentations, performances. Before, role play is only for English. Pag may role play ka, ay English kasi yan. Nowadays, even in MAPE, even in science, in AP, lahat may role play na. Do you notice? Okay. That is because we are now aiming to produce a major shift just from the theoretical to variety of contexts. So, hindi na masasabi ngayon na pag role play, English yan, may role play sila, Romeo and Juliet. Magugulat ka na lang sa lahat ng subject, they have role plays. Okay. Teacher's role. What is the teacher's role in a CBC or competence-based curriculum? What do you think is our role now that we are in a competence-based curriculum? It is said here, before, an information provider, to what? To a wide variety of learning activities for all learners. When you will teach in the future, kailangan marami kang baon na activities. Na yell, na clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, apple for you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, very good, very good. The students nowadays would really not enjoy without all of the claps, without all of the activities, without the yell. So, ganun na yung mga baon ninyo. The more activities you know of, the more icebreaker, that will be your edge. The more fun you will be in your room. Aabangan nila, uy, ano naman kaya? Minsan may paroleta ka, roleta. Minsan naman may pabunot, may pa-music. Anong pakulo? Alright? May kuan minsan, ako nga, naubos ko na yung chichirya sa kantin para pangbigay. Then eventually, napagod na ako. Iba naman. Pad paper naman kasi nag-aagawan. Yun na lang ang price. So many things. As a teacher, it's not just all about providing information. It's about having your students experience variety of contexts in the lesson that you will give to them. So, ganun na ngayon. No, mas magagaling kayo dyan. Because you are millennials. So, how do we assess and develop macro skills in a competence-based curriculum? So, simple. You just need to understand writing na tayo. The uniqueness of writing. Writing is one subject really that is hard to teach. Because it's so hard to, what do you call this, convince students to write. Signature, it's my fan day. Okay, come over. Ayan. Teachers are not only information provider, we are also superstars. People come to us and ask for our signature. Uy, charot na nga. Okay. Alright. Hi. Picture. Parang nagpapirma ka na kanina.
Ano po, wala pong school na naka-indicate po doon. Kaya pinausin.
See? Nabago mo na yung the spelling of academic.
Oh, yes.
Academic. O, ako, pinagbigyan ko na.
Thank you po.
Kaya lang, hindi pa rin kayo nakalusot. You're welcome. Ngayon, lusot na. Alright. You're welcome. Alright. There you go. Sorry for that commercial. I am seeing, wow, thank you for my audience. We have an audience out of your section. Carlito de Vesora. Ang galing ni Ma'am Kamahal magturo. Ay, thank you po. Chamba lang po yan. Ayan, kumain po ako ng fish and vegetable. Ma'am Elizabeth Pambuena, a professor from PUP Santo Tomas. Hello po. Naku, nakakatakot naman yung mga audience ko. Mga pangmalakasang professors. We also have Alvin Cordoba watching here at Las Vegas. Wow, shout out kayo oh. Hello. Yan, Las Vegas. You are watched and seen in Las Vegas. Sana andyan na lang kami. So, Pipay Williams, Bar M, Kasidar Official, Kirano Kiawit, thank you po. Alan Abundo, okay, pumapalakpak. Tamsak Don, thank you so much. Na-miss ko na umupo sa class mo. Wow, Miss Erica Katuray. You know Miss Erica, our newly hired part-time instructor, your senior as well. Ayan. She's now teaching part-time in our Sintang Paaralan. And we are raining raisins and... Is that chocolate? The candy. Wow. It's okay. No worries. Alright. So, again, developing macro skills in a competence-based curriculum is not an easy task. But of course, even if it's not an easy task, when you hand it down to your students, you should not make them feel that it is so hard. Because the more that they feel the pressure, ang hirap-hirap naman. Maybe it might have a negative impact to the learning of the students. That's why we inject activities, that would actually make them feel excited. Sino yun? Because your mouths are covered. Excited about your lesson. About ano kayang gagawin ni ma'am ngayon? Ano kayang gagawin ni sir? Ano kayang games namin ngayon? Yun ay aabangan nila sa'yo. Hindi yung pagdating mo, nakaganyan na sila, ito na naman. parang gusto mo na lang matapos. Si Ma, magagalit na naman. Ubusin na yung oras sa kasi sermon. Telling what? Telling? Go ahead, we will not drop names naman. We're just sharing. Scary. I was a scary teacher. May ganun talagang stage. Lalo na pag newbie ka, pag bago ka, yung tendency mo, parang it's like your defense mechanism. So, medyo scary ang peg. Tawag sa'yo Miss Cruella. Ayan na si Miss Cruella. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hindi naman nila ako tinawag na gano'n. Pero yun lang, meron ka lang instance na gano'n. Yes? Yeah, have a seat there at the center stage. Okay, thank you. And next. Remember, most especially in writing, I said the competence-based curriculum is not an easy task, most especially in writing. Why? Tell me your experiences in writing. How about you? Are you fond of writing? Are you fond of writing? Raise your right hand if you are fond of writing. Wow, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Left-handed. Uy, marami ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Majority fond of writing. What do you write? Your own stories. Is that Wattpad? Wattpad ba to? Oh. Yes. Correct. I agree with you. The beginning is the most difficult part, even in thesis writing. Diba? Grabe pag umpisa. Pero, yes, MJ? Oh, yes. All right. Yes. When we have authors write, there's a certain character. Pag kilala mo trademark, this author is writing about ito yung trend niya. This is what this author is all about. Correct? So even in thesis writing, if you will be writing, you have to consider your preference. Kailangan gusto mo yung pag-aaralan mo because that's your thesis. Otherwise, yung kagrupo mo lang ang gagawa nun. Ikaw, magde-defense-defensan ka lang. Chapter 1. Or, anong style? Alright, tagaluto ka lang ng pansit canton, taga-serve, dinner is ready, classmates. Ayan, pamassage ka na lang sa classmates mo. Alright. So, malapit nyo na ma-experience. Do you have thesis writing now? Wala pa, no? Third year, thesis writing. Good luck. Okay. Okay. And of course, going back to competence-based curriculum, you have to assess your students' what? Students? Hindi mabasa? Writing ability. That's why we have the pre-test, diba? Before you give an activity, you assess first where your students at. So from there, you would know what kind of a writing activity you will give them. Kasi baka naman nasa ano ka na, nasa college level ka na, yung pala pang elementary level na lang ang kaya nila. They cannot even write with proper capitalization. So you assess your students first. And then you have to be clear about the criteria. Later on, I will show you some possible criteria that you might want to have from the writing activity that you will give. Okay, also, clear vision of what to be developed. And here, you will know what to promote to your students. If you will be giving a writing activity to your students, what do you want to get from your students? Is it the handwriting? Do you want to develop? Kasi minsan ganun eh. There is a subject in education courses before. Alright? Writing activity. We have, I need to practice my writing. Another commercial, by the way. This is important. Excuse me. Yes po. Anyway, my topic is writing ability. So this one, you are not after my handwriting, correct? Okay. So you are after the signature only. So whatever it is. How many copies? 1. Ang tipid nyo naman. Ay nyo pang gawing 3. Okay. I bought them by you. Alright. You're welcome. So, if, for example, there is an instance that you will be having a writing activity for the handwriting ability of your students, it's okay. It's just you have to be clear with your criterion. Do you want to get the correct spelling? So that is, when do we get that? When you were in high school, did you have an English teacher always having 5 items of spelling before the class? That is writing and at the same time enhancing your spelling. Correct spelling skills. Alright. So, writing sentences that are grammatically correct, is that what you want? It's also possible. You want to get a paragraph construction from your students, you can also promote it. Logical development of main idea, that's also possible. All of these and others are possible sub-skills in writing. Alright? And you can develop them in your writing lessons. Any questions on the writing activities that you may promote in your class? Alright, always remember in writing a lesson plan. If it's writing, you can of course inject other macro skills. But make sure that in your objectives, if it's writing, you focus on writing. Kasi minsan baka maguluhan, na ma-overwhelm, especially for beginners. Minsan kasi parang ang dami mo nang gustong i-invent. But make it a point that if it's on writing, if it's on handwriting ability, then focus ka muna doon. Of course, you may also include some more in your other lessons. It's a way of achieving your target. Isa-isa lang, mahina ka lang. Baka hindi agad mag-grasp ng bata. Okay? So, there are other things to consider, such as the types of writing performance. Alright? We are done with the what you want to promote in the writing activity. Now, let's have writing performance. We have 4 categories that capture the range of writing. So, iba-iba yan of writing production. First is imitative. I think this is the most basic. So, the imitative type of writing is learners just have the basic tasks of writing letters, words, punctuation, and brief sentences, such as in text messaging, it's okay, period. Ayan. So it's imitative, it's fundamental, it's basic. Alright, at the end of the sentence, period. But I really didn't know, by the way, maiba lang, I really didn't know that a period at the end of a short sentence means differently to millennials. Ganun yun? Really? For adults like us, it's just lalo na yung K-dot. Naka all caps K-dot. That one I know. Pero yung it's okay, period. Kasi walang voice eh, no? Oh, I learned something. Oh my goodness, I can be charged of ghosting. Diba? Mental abuse. So, alright, I'm learning something, my dear audience. Tatagalugin ko para maintindihan nyo. Iba pala ang meaning ng it's okay. It apostrophe S okay dot. Sa young people, it means something serious. Something intimidating. Oh my goodness. But for us adults, okay, period, is just fine. It means nothing. Ano talaga? Hindi po. Okay. So what should be the punctuation after it's okay? It's okay lang, no period. I'm trying to teach you proper punctuation. Is that bad? Is that bad? Kasi ganito yun, my dear audience. May PM ang president. Yan. Yan. Tandaan niyo yung mukha niyan. She is the president of the class. And then she just messaged me that requesting for a rescheduling of the midterms, which I agreed because I also thought, short notice, it's just one day. So even if it's just 50 item test, I also thought that it will be kind of unfair if I'll give them to them in just, with only one day to review. Nagigets nyo? O gusto nyo Tagalog? Okay. So, the message was long, but I was tasked with so many things. So many things are happening. Shout out. May nag-comment na naka-blue. Shout out Lucero. Alo, press. Sabi niya. Okay. And then that was a long message, ma'am. My classmates are requesting that if it's okay, blah, 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 blah. Ang haba, hindi ko nga ganong nabasa eh. But whatever it is, I said, it's okay. Period. And then I learned today, November 22. Ayan, si Sir, nagwawala na si Sir. Siya yung teacher kanina. Alright, I learned this afternoon, tatanungin ko ngayon sa anak ko. I have millennial kids also. I have 5. Manood kasi kayo ng vlog. My children are there. You're not watching vlogs. Okay, I have 5. The youngest is 21. Ay, ang bata ko pa, no? Well, that's the secret fountain of youth. So, alright. Tatanungin ko nga yan. Because I always do that to our youngest.
Ilan taon ka na po?
Secret. Ilan taon na raw ako, mga kamahal? Secret. Also, my viewers are asking that so many times. Ilang taon ka na ba? Ba't mukhang ano ka lang? Ba't ang lalaki na ng anak mo? May 3 apo ka pa. Oh. children. 5 kids, 3 grandchildren. Diba sabi, oh, ang sipag pala ni mom. Joke. Okay. The eldest is 27. Sunod. Hindi naman sila sunod-sunod. Okay. So there you go. Alright. So it's the first time I heard that when you message, it's okay, dot. It's something negative to young people. Dapat pala walang punctuation, but I'm an English teacher. I'm just exercising my right to be an English teacher. So gusto pala nila walang punctuation. How about emoticons? You like that?
Yes, ma'am.
But my son, sometimes he reads my messages, Mama, ba't puro emoticon? Sino yung ka-chat mo, students? Why so much emoticon? What impression? Sabi ko, ba't masama ba yun? Parang hindi siya formal.
Judgment po kasi yun, ha?
Yeah, sabi niya, parang hindi siya, di ba, you're an English teacher, tapos puro emoticon. Kaya I lessen my emoticons. Dati talaga may emoticon ako. But when my son mentioned, the youngest mentioned, parang hindi siya pang prof. Sabi niya, it's not formal. So binabawasan ko. Kaya lang yun nga, ang dating kasi serious without the emoticons. Do you agree, yung mga viewers natin dyan? Ano ba may yung gusto nyo? Ma-emoticon ba? Kaya lang na correct kasi ako eh. It's not formal. You're the professor and you're chatting with students and you're so full of emoticons. Yun. Pero gusto nyo pala yun, ma-emoticon. That's better. Dagdagan ng okay. You know, it's so different when you are teaching and facing the millennials. Indeed, it's a complex, diba? Complex world. So, minsan naman, iba naman sabi, wag naman ma-emoticon. So, iba naman kailangan walang dot. K-dot is a crime. Yan. Shout out, I just need to read some comments here. It's okay, sabi ni Kayla Lopez. Uy, grabe naman to si Alvin Cordoba, 52 na po si Doc.
Ay,
Grabe ka! Okay, Urquiza, wag lang pong ganitong emoji. Yung, Gora na lang, ma'am. Saan? Ayan, Pandong Jason, opo. Yes po. Saan yun? Opo, para di nakakatakot. Opo. Ay, puro opo. Mas nakaka-less po ng pressure. It's okay. Ay, okay. Okay. Naku, baka magutom ako niyan. Gusto nila may emoji. Emoji warrior. Isa naman 48. Grabe ni Kayla, ox lang. Mas gusto niyo ox. Pang lalaki yun yung ox lang. Diba? Diba pag lalaki, boyish, ox lang. Ox lang, pre. Basta na tayo dyan, pre. Okay, okay. Gusto niyo okay. Perlan Dorado, thank you for the thumbs up. Doc, exempted na si Pangulo. Kakasukot po. Wow. Feeling ko po 16. Bola pa. Wag nga ako. Okay. Okay, that. Alright, now I know. I'll take note of that. Alright, ayaw nyo pala ng ganun. Gusto nyo emoji lang. Okay, mas matipid yun, emoji. Okay. So, imitative, basic. Let's go to the next level, which is intensive or controlled. So, intensive type of writing is beyond the fundamentals of an imitative writing. Meaning, this time, you will be producing appropriate vocabulary instead of just always saying beautiful, beautiful, beautiful in the whole paragraph. You get to correct, use other the more appropriate vocabulary. Also, collocations, idioms are injected to your writing. And of course, correct grammatical features. So this is intensive or the controlled one. The next level is responsive type of writing. So when you say responsive, this one requires the learner to what? To response, yes, because this is a responsive type of writing. You respond on a limited discourse level. Limited because you will be responding on a topic that is provided. So it's limited and you have to connect the sentences and also create a logically connected story in your writing. Alright, that is responsive. And you exercise freedom of choice among alternative forms of expression of ideas. Okay. If there is responsive, there is also extensive. You extend that learners focus on a purpose. My signal is going down. All right. Using details to support or illustrate ideas, demonstrating syntactic and lexical variety, and in many cases engaging in the process of multiple drafts to achieve a final product. So what example can you think of in the extensive type of writing, given the definition? Final answer? Final answer for research? Yes. Final answer for research? Alright. Parang kinakabahan ka. Hindi naman ako it's okay that. Okay. Final answer. Research is correct. Imagine multiple drafts to achieve a final product. That's how bloody a research is. But my what do you call this? And my tip to you, when you are writing your draft, never delete sentences or paragraphs. Even if you think it's wrong or out of context, huwag muna kayo mag-delete. Just keep on typing. Keep on typing. And then, at the last phase of your writing, on typing. And then after a few days, balikan mo if the finished product is almost done. And then that's the time that you edit or delete unnecessary sentences. Okay? So those are the 4 types of writing. Starting from the basics up to the extensive. Okay. So now I have here some examples of micro and macro skills of writing. So when you say micro skills, what activities can we give our students? Producing graphemes, orthographic patterns, writing an efficient rate of speed to suit the purpose, acceptable grammatical systems like the tense of the verb, subject-verb agreement, pluralization, patterns, rules. Those are micro skills in writing. Have you ever had an activity about that in English? Subject-verb agreement. Diba, magsusulat kayo. That's writing, but it's a micro skill. And then also the sentence pattern, the SV. What are the sentence patterns that you remember? I miss teaching those. Kasi in high school, that's what we teach, right? But in college, we really don't get to touch that anymore. Nawala na yung subjects na may mga ganyan. Sentence patterns, napapalitan na kasi yung subjects. Puro literature. Alright, nawawala na sa grammar. And then also, as an example of a microscale is using acceptable core of words and use appropriate word order. Little Red Riding Hood. That's the correct word order. You do not say Red Little Riding Hood riding. So there is a correct sequence or pattern. Alright? Express a particular meaning in different grammatical forms. Different grammatical forms and their meaning. For example, actor, acting, act. So different grammatical forms and their particular meaning. So actor pertains to the person who acts. And then acting is the performance. Alright? So you have to be aware of that. May it be in writing or in speaking, I suppose. Okay? And then use cohesive devices in written discourse. So you have graphs. In writing, it's not all essay. Alright? It's not all essay. What else can you think of when it comes to writing? Home writing. Aside from essay, we can also have, I'm sorry? Letters. Yung iba excuse letter lang, hindi pa makasulat ng maayos. Alright? So, minsan nakakalungkot. Wala pa naman ako na-receive in college na excuse letter. But when I was with the DepEd, excuse letter ba ito? Nasa scratch pa, pinilas lang sa... An excuse letter is a formal letter. So, ituro nyo yun sa students nyo, ha? And, yeah, LBM na lang. I know, right? Okay. So, for example, hindi masulat ang stomach ache. Not feeling well na lang. Diba? Alright. So, excuse letters, by the way, my dear audience, also, an excuse letter is a formal letter. Yan, kaya dapat maayos din siya pag binigay sa teacher. Okay. Of course, if your students do not know how to write, for example, an excuse letter, you teach them. You write the date, diba? My dear teacher, the name, introduce yourself, if you're the parent, the proper. Alright, the greetings, very good. What else? Galilee, what was that you're saying? Correct. All right. How about you out there? Else did I mention earlier? Long message like what you did. And continuous. Wow. But I like it. It means you are concerned. You're not taking the subject easily. Parang you take this seriously, even though I want you to feel lightly, diba? So kayo, you're not taking my subject for granted. Ako naman pakipot. Sige, chat ka lang. Ako, chat ka lang, nagdadrive ako, mamaya na kita sagutin. Ayan. E naawa na ako, driving. Okay. Baka kasi kung anong gawin eh, baka umiyak. Ha? Oh, you see? Nagpa-meeting agad. Grabe, yung less than an hour lang naman yung pagdadrive ko. Because I drive all the way from here to Cavite. Kaya matagal-tagal na travel yun. Less than an hour. Kakadating ko lang no. Naawa lang ako talaga kaya nireplyan ko ni. There you go. Okay kabahan? Okay lang. But I appreciate that you really take this seriously also. Yan. Alright. What else? Macro skills. So earlier it was micro, and now if you want to develop the macro skills in writing, here are some tasks. Correctly convey culturally specific references in the context of written text. Woo! Diba? Nosebleed. Develop and use a battery of writing strategies such as accurately assessing the audience's interpretation, using pre-writing devices, writing with fluency in the first drafts. First draft pa lang, dapat fluent na. Using paraphrases and synonyms. Make it a habit instead of just copy-pasting what you see online. It is better to present your written output with your own words. Maybe you will get an inspiration from an idea you get online, but make it a point of paraphrasing. That's a technique also in thesis writing. And how are you going to do that? Of course, you have to understand the source first. Dapat naiintindihan mo yung source text. Only that way, you can paraphrase. Alright? Sanayin niyo yung sarili niyo dyan. Paraphrasing. It will help you a lot. And synonyms. You have thesaurus. Read dictionary, thesaurus for your vocabulary while you are young. And practice it. Soliciting peer and instructor feedback. So kung medyo mahirap to get the instructor's feedback, you can solicit your peers' feedback on your writing. You do that? Huwag yung sagot ha, yung writing lang. Okay. O, hindi kayo natawa sa sagot ha. Alright. And using feedback for revising and editing. I used to do that back then. I asked, okay ba tong essay? Do you think it's fine? Alright, but not from a classmate. From a different section. Ganyan. Or an older member of the family. I do that. Wow! We have a writing activity. You want to have a writing activity now, face-to-face? I think I want to read. This one will be online. Okay, the activity here is proofread and rewrite the following sentences to make it correct. There may be one or more errors in the sentences. It's up to you to identify. But what I want you to do is just rewrite the sentences to make it correct. Whatever you think is wrong in them. Okay? This one, write a letter to your younger self. In this exercise, you are going to write a letter to your younger self. Pick, but not the whole, for example, you're 18 now, not the whole yesterday up to the day you were born. Not like that. You'll just pick a time or age which you think is the most memorable. Age or time in your life before you reach today? And what message would you share with your former self? All right. And then number 3, write with inspiring messages. This one, image, you will just get an image. It can be from a magazine, cut an image if you have magazines at home, or any material you have at home, and then collecting a set of 3 or 4 photos. You can write a story about each of them and try to link them together. The 4 photos. It can be 4 different photos, not connected, but when you put them together, you can connect them with your writing. Do you get my point? All right. Numbers 1 and 3 will be online. I will post this in our Google Classroom. I will also post number 2, but you will have to write now. Write to your younger self. Just pick a time or age you want to write to. Maybe your weakest time, or maybe your most colorful time. It can go either way. It's your own preference. In any rate, you pick that time or age and maybe tell a little story about why did you pick that time, what happened, what occurred at the time, and then a message that you want to share to your former self at that time. An advice, a sort of advice. So, it's still so early. It's 3:23. I really want to have and collect your output with number 2 this afternoon before you leave. Yay! Finally, I get to give an activity face to face. Do you have one whole sheet of paper with you? If not, I can provide a bond paper. You want a bond paper? Ayan. Siyempre, you have a yellow pad there. Parang lahat kayo hihingis. Meron sila. Okay, I would appreciate a yellow paper. Yellow paper for the lines. Kasi pag bond paper, walang line. Yes? Formal. With correct punctuation. Period at the end of each sentence. Now I will, with the labeling, name, complete label, same criteria. Year, what module is this all about? Module 4, writing, macro skills, dash writing. What else? Your year and course, the subject, teaching and the assessment of the macro skills. What else? Team channel, shout out. I'm on English mode. And then what else? The date today. What was that? That will be graded this time. All right, the criteria, I have to present the criteria. So it's a writing activity to your younger self. To your younger self, okay. So, content. So it can be just 2 paragraphs for 10 points. But of course, I would also ask for the label, which is 5. Do not forget the dates. My name also should be spelled accordingly. Do not write Kamahal Vlogs. Pwede rin. Alright. And then, neatness, 5. And what else do I need from your writing? They are all into writing. Alright, so while my students are writing, so this is just for 20. So while my students are writing, how about you at home? My dear students at home, I will also ask you to write right now so that next meeting, when is next meeting? Oh no. So for you at home, you will just have to submit that writing today. Uy, kailangan may masubmit kayo today, yung mga nasa bahay. Kasi unfair for your classmates here. Just for number 2. Number 2 will be today. Kayo, masasubmit nyo yan ngayon. You don't have a problem. No. You should finish that this afternoon before you leave. Yan. And for you at home, for my students at home, you start writing or typing. Kayo nga, pwedeng typewritten sila, handwritten talaga. Kasama yung neatness sa 3 daw sa inyo, 3 paragraphs. And then, my dear students at home, you will have to submit the output today. So, magsulat na kayo so that when I post it in Google Classroom, ma-post nyo na agad. To be fair and square for your students here, for your classmates rather, face-to-face. Having face-to-face class with me. Just for number 2. Numbers 1 and 3, you will have enough time to post your answer. You will have a week for that. So magsulat na rin kayo, students at home. And while doing that, I'll be getting the attendance. So now is macro skills. So stay present, my students at home, as I call your name. Ma'am, are we also included? Yes po. Students at home, you're also included in this activity. But you will be posting your answers later. But it's still the same until today. The deadline will be today. So might as well start writing, students at home. Shout out, Jums TV from Cebu. Wow, Cebu City. Hello po. Tintin Channel, hello. Understanding and Fluent Writing from Stan Lord. Wow, si Stan Lord official talino mo rin pala. Fluent in Lines. Micro. Excuse letter for date. Signature as well if necessary. Not filling with you, ganon. Date. Stan Lord Official, Mega Live Shoutout, JM Bisacol TV, Jovel Herrero Diary. Alright, Stan Lord Official Shoutout, BSN Marqueda Rosper, STVDOOC, one of my favorite sentence patterns. SIV, STVDO, etc. Good, Jazz Random. Alvin Cordoba, Marites. Oo, Marites ka sa age ko. It's okay. Indeed, drafts are meant to be trashy kasi they were your raw thoughts, correct? So do not delete them. K daw po para cold. Good day, Alan Allo, Aloysia Prado, hello, alright. So I'll be getting the attendance now. Say present if you are here. Oh no, Sheila, just two. My students here, face to face, and you at home, just 2 paragraphs. I am just kidding. MJ was just kidding. Yeah, okay? So let's get the attendance. Adriano, at home? Adriano, are you there? That's why that she should be here in the LS, correct? Di ba dapat nandito siya? Si Adriano. Sa LS, here, face to face siya. Batch 2 kayo, di ba? So, nasa bahay dapat siya. Here in the live streaming. Oh, Adriano, say present. I need to see you. Say present here in our live streaming. Gulo-gulo na hair ko. Adriano, say present. If none, I will have to mark you absent. Sheila, is Adriano here? Nag-attendance na ako Students at home. Wala si Adriano. Asuncion. Bob's Dabarkads, mega love shoutout. Asuncion. Wala pa rin. Not here. Bacani, Kriza. Alright. Basas, Chelsea. Basas, are you there? Say present. Write present in the comment section. Kapag nakapag-present na kanina, you have to write it again for me to see it immediately. Okay, Basas. Noted. Belaro Alessandra. Jazz Random, what's your name? What's your real name? Jazz, what's your real name? I'm here po with crying emoticon. Don't cry. I'm not cold. Alright, Asuncion present. Nasaan si Asuncion? Okay, si Jazz po, si Asuncion. Okay. No worries. Noted. Belaro Alessandra. Belaro, are you there? Belaro. Belaro. Bola. Bola. Braganza. Braganza. Bunagan. Cabas. Cabides. Cabides, are you there? Say present. Cabides, not present. Cadigal. Cadigal, Dannery. Cantiga, Andrea. Andrea Cantiga. Kataina, Lia. Okay, Cantiga, noted. Cabides, noted. Katayna. Kabides noted. Katayna. Serbo. Serbo. Katayna noted. Serbo, are you there? Say present. Right, present. Serda. Serda. Cruz. Rainier. Okay. Denilio. Okay. Serda. Present. Noted. Demilio, are you there? Present. Noted. Democrito. Democrito. Alright, noted. Diodos. Okay. Eltagon. Estole. Ganay. Ganay, Lori Jane. Ganay, Lori Jane. Garbin Maria. Garbin Maria. Garcia. Giomla. Herrero. Braganza, noted. Okay lang, higa ka lang dyan. Basta manood ka lang. Keep on playing. Okay. Ganay, noted. Ganay, noted. Herrero, noted. Lopez. Lopez, you here? How about online? Is Lopez there? Lucero, Marcaida, Omnes. Omnes Mika. Omnes Mika. Alright, noted. Palma Monica. Palma Monica. Lucero, I know. Alright, Monica present. Tandong Jason. Perhis Maria Kim. Perhis, yes, Pandong noted. Perhis noted. Pohas. Mary Rose. Prado noted. Pohas noted. Saludes. Chico. Villa. Hi! Teka lang ha. I just have to share this student, my all-time audience, in my YouTube channel, and now he is here. JM! Ayan, finally you can watch yourself in my YouTube channel. Ayan, kamusta na, JM?
Ito po ma'am, nagpapapirma po.
Nagpapapirma, and you need my signature.
Yes po.
My former students. Si Chloe,
Yes.
right? Kasi nakamask. Oh, of course, the Korean. I am now, greet the audience in Korean. Galing-galing naman. Ayan, and the rest, I have here, last name?
Metoda po.
Metoda.
Yvonne Deruela po.
You're Yvonne.
Yes.
Okay, you're like a supermodel. You're so tall. And Ah. And? Okay. And? Oh, si Ken. Ken Irish. Okay. Okay, the lighting scheme. Oh, 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Okay, ang galing no kung may accent. Maybe you will get married to a
Saan po
Korean.
kayo? Saan po?
Okay. Si JM andito. Yan po lagi nanonood sa Kamahal Vlogs. Whenever I go live, nag-shout out siya. Thank you for the support
Yes po, ma'am.
to my YouTube channel. Sana all nagsusupport. Ayan, yung mga papapirma dyan. Ayan. Yes! Okay. Oh, now give me the papers.
Yun na
Give
nga
me
yun.
the papers. They are here for my signature. Wow. Iba talaga pag ano, nagpapa-autograph.
Sorry po sa Adala.
No, it's okay. I'm having my writing activity to my students. I want to... Batch mo sila? No. A batch. Mm-mm. Okay lang siya. Tapos na siya magturo and now he's observing me. Mm-mm. Earlier, I was the one who observed him. Ngayon siya naman nag-observe sa akin. Pasado ba ako, sir? Okay lang. Ito na yon. Alright. So, I'll just sign these papers. Ay, wala akong pen. I'm sorry, I don't have a pen. You have a pen? Nagtuturo na kayo sa high school? No face-to-face yet? Wala. Observe lang. Okay. So, yung attendance wait lang Okay, I just need to sign the documents. Pirma lang tayo, pirma. Okay. Di pa tayo tapos mga students. We're not done with the attendance. Save. Thank you. Ay, sorry. Your pen. Ano tong pen? I think this is Yomlas. Okay. Saan ka nagtuturo, JM?
Sa dati yung puso.
Ba't hindi dito?
Ay, meron na po. Pinili lang po.
Ha?
Pinili lang.
Sino namili?
Parang, ay, sa dati yung walang gusto.
Um,
Tapos, kaya sa akin ko naman, sa lang po.
dapat ikaw na lang dito. Pero okay lang. Okay lang. Iba rin experience naman yun when you go to the public schools.
Balik po. Thank you po.
Thank you. Okay. So, attendance ulit. Siko. Siko, are you there? Si Belaro is saying present. Siko, are you there? Ayun, present. Si Dayaw. Sultan Alexander. Nakita ko siya kanina. Talaman. Urquiza. I saw Urquiza. Vergara. Yeah. Vergara is not yet here. Ibanez. Ibanez, are you there? Okay, now the attendance for the morning subject. By the way, earlier today, the teacher was my student teacher. So he recorded the video, and what I'm going to do is just to share the link to my students at home. Can I share that in the Google Classroom? No, yung link. Pagka-send mo sa Gmail ko, and then I'll send it to the Google Classroom. Watch it, and as for the attendance, you comment on the video, alright, pertaining to the topics being mentioned. That way, you will have your attendance for today in the teaching profession. Pwede mag-comment no? So you comment when I post for the students at home today for the teaching profession, you will just have to comment on the video that I will post, and then that will serve as your attendance. Alright, comment that is related to the topic. Alright, so there you go. So for now, I will get the attendance of the students who were presently here. The teaching profession. So the students here are Felicity, Estole. Sino pa yung mga nandito para mabilis? Garcia. Sino yung What? I'm sorry? El Tagon. And then, Cabides. No. Cabas. And then, si Rainier. And we have Deb. Deb, who's beside you? Last name? Gyomla. Gyomla, who's beside you? Sudayaw. Sidayaw. And then Sidayaw, who is in front of you? Last name? Bakani. Bakani, who is beside you? Saludes. Come again? Is that your last name? Saludes. Okay, Lovejoy. Saludes, who's beside you? I'm sorry? Diodos. Okay. And who were the ones here earlier na hindi naka-attend this afternoon, Deb? Deb? Who were the other? Alright. Take it slow. Lopez. Cabides. And Braganza. Okay. So the others, alright, I will post the activity link in our Google Classroom, and then your comments regarding that link will serve as your attendance. So just wait for the link. Okay. JPDDS Forever. Wow, I love you, kamahal. Take care. God bless. Thank you po. Alright, Vergara is present. Present? I can't reach my pencil. Alright. Vergara. Okay. Sige, I will have to discuss some more few things when you're done writing. Kasi may distract kayo eh. Garbin is present. Noted. Kadigal, Dannery, present. Kadigal. Kadigal. Okay. So for our meetings, let's start with the teaching profession. Sulat lang kayo dyan. I'll discuss this later. Shout out. Are you writing also at home? Kailangan nakakapagsulat kayo kasi when I post the activity, hanggang ngayon lang yan maipopost. So, kasama yung time. Okay. JPG, DDS Forever, lahat vlog mo, watch ko. Wow, solid so weird. And Team Kapanalig, thank you po. Huwag po kayong magsawa. Okay, for my students out there, also write tulad ng mga classmates nyo, nagsusulat. It's so nice to look at. Thank you for the likes. Nice nails. Ang ganda naman ng kuko niya, oh. Mapapasana all ka. May I just, no, not your face, just the nails. Yeah. Tingnan yung nails mo ganyan. Wow. Look at my kakahiya. My nails are nothing. Fingernails. It's their first writing activity face-to-face with me. It's my first as well in 2 years. Yan. Nakakamiss din magpa-activity. The question is, did they miss it too? No, ma'am. Hindi nila na-miss. Yes, I would like to introduce my student teacher. Yan. Xavier Hadulos. Save for short. Ang ganda ng save, no? Nasi-save niya ang lahat. Are you some kind of a Superman? Ayan, si Save. He was my former student too during the pandemic. So we did not get to interact like this. No face-to-face interaction. Okay. So what for you is better? Online or face-to-face? Depende sa? Okay. Okay. Alright. Whereas, in face-to-face, there's movement, no? Mas nakakapagod. Yeah. Thank you. Very well said. So, nalaman ko, meron palang nagkaklase na sabi ko, walang damit. As in, bagong gising. Wow. Itong mga students natin. Parang ngayon lang ulit na practice. Yung writing skills nyo, no? You just... Ay, seryoso sila. No one is looking at the camera. Ito, tanong natin ang class press. Ngayon lang ulit na practice ang writing skills. Walang sulat. Digital. Alright. Ito, are you done?
No, ma'am.
Not yet?
I'm just flexing my...
Oh, he's just showing his penmanship. It's nice. I notice, pero parang napansin ko, lahat sila hindi nagka-cursive. Hindi marunong. Really? Hindi sila nagka-cursive. Or ang tawag sa Batangas, when I went there, lambit. Yung lambit pala, it means cursive. So wala, lahat sila ay... What's the opposite of cursive? Printed ba? I think there's another term for that. Oh, my audience, what is the opposite of cursive? Printed? Printed ba yun? Pero maganda ito magsulat, malinis. Ay, hindi pala. Nakatapat pala sa akin. This one, diba? Yung handwriting niya, maganda. Yan. Lahat sila na marunong mag-cursive. In our time, you cannot graduate from education without knowing how to write legibly in cursive. There is a subject na pang-cursive talaga. So even my male classmates before are good in cursive writing. Kasi pag teacher daw, cursive. Naku, gone are the days. Ikaw, do you know how to write in cursive? Ha? Sulat doktor. Mukha ka naman doktor. Pwede na rin. Okay, naku, wala na nagka-cursive. How about my students at home? Do you write in cursive? Ako mix yung printed tsaka cursive. O, tignan mo yung F. O, diba? Yung F, Tapos yung EB, naka-cursive. Students at home, sino marunong magsulat ng cursive? Marunong lang po ma'am pero not usually used in writing. So, i-practice nyo yan, Alexander Sultan. I think it's high time for you to practice writing in cursive. Mega love shout out, Bob's Dabarkads Official, Moto Vlogger, hello po. Okay. Okay lang po yun. Basta maganda ka po. Paano po pag hindi na ako maganda? Pag nasa bahay, hindi po ako maganda. I'm super duper lost siyang at home. Imagine a 2-paragraph essay. Naku, hindi ko kayo na time. What time did we start? Parang 3:44? 3:20. Na-time ni 3:20 and now it's 4:14. So, 6 minutes before an hour. You know, sometimes it's good when you practice, di ba? Writing, sabi niya. Napipilitan si, tas puro phone lang, no? Ganun lang, ganun. Alright, thank you for appreciating our activity. So, yung mga nasa bahay, pwede rin kayo magsulat. Write a letter to your younger self. Just choose a specific time or age. Grabe yung iba, nakakatatlong ulit. 5. Ang sipag nyo naman magsulat. You know, when I was a student, nung estudyante po ako, ayaw na ayaw kong mag-uulit ng sulat. So, pag may nagkamali ako, for example, sentence, feeling ko nagkamali, paninindigan ko na, itutuloy ko na siya. Kung ano yung thought na feeling ko mali, I will not i-divert ko siya, itutuloy ko siya dahil tamad po akong magsulat ng mahahaba. I mean, sa exam, yung sulat ko, yun na yun. I do not rewrite. Hindi po ako lalo na pag ganyang mga essay, hindi po ako kung mga ABCD, mga answers lang na pwede. Pero hindi rin po, parang nasasayangan ako sa time as a student. Lalo na ngayon as a teacher. I do not. Yung iba, grabe, ilang yellow pad na yung na-consume. May second page. Wow, may second page pa. Good luck sa aking pagbabasa. Yan ang minsan ayoko sa writing activity. Kailangan mong basahin to give justice to the output of the student. Yan. Before, nung bata-bata tayo, kaya kong basahin ng walang salamin. So, ngayon, kailangan may mata na ako. Very good with this. She did not forget the margin. Ako, yung mga iba dyan, magbubura na naman. Magre-rewrite na naman ng parang, uy, dapat pala may margin. Wow, perfect with margin. Pampahaba rin ang output yan pag may margin. Diba? Style ko rin yan nung college. May margin, may spacing, para wow, haba ng thought. Ang galing magsulat. Tapos medyo malalaki yung font. Medyo lakihan nyo yung font. Medyo bilugan nyo siya para maano sa space. At the same time, readable pa sa mga aging professors. Shout out. Ayan, tulad nito, mga bilog ang mga letters. No? Ayan. Huwag naman kayong ma-pressure yung mga nasa upuan dyan. Tapos merong pen na pag sinulat mo, mukhang malinis. May ink. No, I forgot. Yung mga tech, yan. Yung malinis. Yeah, Faber-Castell also. Yan. May mga, yan. Oh, wow. Pagkasulat, ulitin mo nga, pagkasulat, yun o, tas napahidan, uy, hindi kumalat, konti lang. Kumalat ba? Okay. Naku, I'm so sorry. If you're done, you may pass your paper. And siguro pwede na ako mag-discuss ng konti regarding, kasi nagkakagulo tayo. Ako pala yung naguguluhan. Regarding our remaining meetings, schedules, may it be face-to-face or online. So here are the dates to remember. Now, I have something to tell you, like what I said to Deb. It was just recently that the university concluded to have a planning and assessment activity outside of the school from December 5 to December 7. We are out. Wow. Wala na kami sa Earth. Hindi, joke lang. So, meron na kaming activity. It's sort of a field day like that. But it's more of a planning and assessment. Year-end. Okay. So, meron tayo. We have dates. That is during those dates, December 5 to 7. So, what I did, so for macro skills, our subject now, macro skills, since we met today, hindi ko na sinama sa list, so your midterms will be on November 29, as requested. You requested this, right? And this will be online. Meaning, I will post the activity in Google Classroom, and then you will have 1 hour to answer. It's only a 50-item test covering modules 1, 2, and 3 of macro. 50-item test, objective. No essays, no. Alright, it's an objective type of test. But of course, there is time to be considered. Alright? So, siguro aabot din siya ng like 60 points, 60 to 70. I'm not sure. But what I'm sure of, it's a 50-item test. So, it's maximum of 1 hour. Now, please do not submit at exactly, for example, my time here for macro skills is 8:30 to 9:30. Do not submit at exactly 9:30, otherwise it will be counted as late submission by Google Classroom. Kahit 2 minutes before, wag na. Do not take the risk. Agahan nyo na, total 50 items lang naman, and you have 1 hour. If you will answer independently, I'm sure you can finish in 30 minutes. Yung wala ka nang ibang gagawin, na alam na, extracurricular, okay, focus on the test. Huwag kang munang mag-takin or whatsoever na hindi mo siya nag-post, hindi mo na siya sure na na-submit. Minsan kasi na-post, and then isa pang kiniklik, turn in. Yung iba kasi na-post, kala, tapos nagugutom na, kumain na. So, please make sure it was turned in. Okay? And then, that will be for the midterms. And then, December 7 is planning. So, we will not meet. And then, as I go down the dates, we have remaining 2 modules. Because today is module 4. Correct? So, January 10, module 5. And then, January 24, module 6. So, wala na tayo i-discuss kung the finals for Feb 8. Correct? So, our last meeting will be Feb 8 for finals online. Pero dapat face-to-face. So, I think this should be in face-to-face since we already had our midterms in an online setting. So, Feb 8 is for finals. sa school or sa university calendar, alam mo, may something came up, so medyo mababawasan na naman. So sana wala na para finals na namin yung Feb 8. And then, the remaining dates for completion na lang ng mga follow up, kung may mga hindi nasasubmit. By the way, I'm leaving comments in the Google Classroom if there's no submission. I'm saying like attachment please, where's your output, or something like that, to remind the student. Okay, this is for macro. So wala na tayong December 7. Any questions here? None so far. Let's go to the teaching profession. So for the teaching profession, December 1 is our midterm. Since the last topic discussed was earlier today, Module 3, on becoming a global teacher. Okay, so midterms, December 1. Ito na naman, another dates was hit because December 15 is our Christmas party here. So I cannot be in two places at one time. So of course we have to attend the Christmas party. Then as I go down again to the remaining dates, nagkasya naman siya even without rescheduling December 15. So for January 10, we will be having Module 4, January 24, Module 5, and then Feb 2 is Module 6. Feb blank is finals. It's still blank. So I'm thinking, isabay si finals here, Feb 8.
Pero isang tawag ng mga
Just like I thought. Okay. So this one is Feb 8.
Ang face-to-face ang final.
Face to face. Parang naranasan ko naman. Two rooms, when it's a face-to-face final examination, all of you will be here. You will just be divided into two groups. Of course, divided naman kayo. So batch 2, it will be over there. Same will be the one in charge for any of the two. Mag-ano tayo? Bato, pick. Okay, para fair. So, halfway on the other side of this room for a face-to-face final examination. Okay? Got this? Alright. So, ito wala. So, children, adolescent lit. November 23, that's tomorrow. We will be having our class online. And Teacher Save will save the day. Ayaw na niya bumiti. Pagod ka na. Okay. Modules 2 and 3. Children and adolescent lit. I'm sorry. Modules 2 and 3. Ha? Ayaw mo? Modules 2 and... Sila naman yung mababait naman, mga active naman yan. I will be there kung wala kaming Zoom tomorrow. Kasi parang may Zoom kami tomorrow. So if not, definitely, I'll be there. I'll be there. Alright, another date. December 7 is for the same year, planning. So again, as I calculate, So, kasya naman. January 11, Module 4, January 25, Module 5. Feb 8 is Module 6. Ito madadali tayo. Feb 22, parang gusto kong agahan finals. This one is online.
Wala pong picture sa...
Ay, this one. Okay, thank you. This one, kaya pala may underline. So, kailangan natin i-replace. We need to replace December 7 for midterms.
Ma'am, pero online din po yan.
Yes po.
Online lang kita.
Yes po, ayaw mo. You want it face to face?
Question number
Yeah.
regarding to sa Step 8 ng Module 6. Step 8 po the online training.
Oo nga, no?
Face-to-face one.
Witty girl. Yeah. So,
Ma'am, yung February 25, Module 5 and 6 na lang.
okay. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
And then,
Module 8, ma'am. Module 8, ma'am, finance or depende sa iyo, ma'am. Ay, di ma'am, okay na po yung Step 22 ang finance, ma'am. Kasi yung Step 8 po, finance po namin ng face-to-face.
Para kung may pwede mo midterms.
how about for the midterms? If tomorrow will be our modules 2 and 3, when will be the midterms for TAO?
Pwede din po sabay yung ma'am sa ano, TPP. Number 1, ma'am.
December 1. So, this will be December 1 midterms. Any comments? Oslek Del Pozo. Basta nakita na kita. Wow, parang angel. Thank you po. So, no more Feb 8 because this is face-to-face, right? So, face-to-face with other subjects.
Ma'am, yung TV po, ma'am, ang schedule po natin yan, ma'am, is gawin po. Kasi naman may klase po kami na guys, sir, dyan, ma'am. Pero huwag kami po tayo mag-midterm, ma'am, ng gawin.
Okay, PTP, what time did I write here? PTP, may klase kayo ng 10:30 to 1:30? Ay, 10:30 to 11:30, 1 hour lang to.
Ay, okay lang pala. 7:30 po. Okay lang pala, ma'am, 7:30.
Diba?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
And
one hour.
magkita rin po kami dun sa kindergarten.
Okay. So, children and adolescent midterm, November 29, macro skills. Children and adolescent, December 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's my pencil? So, yung Cal, December 1. December 1, 10:30 to 11:30. Cal. Ito.
The midterms, ma'am.
Ano yan, ma'am?
Midterms. Cal.
Afternoon na, ma'am. It's 1 to ano na po.
What time?
1, ma'am. 1 hour lang po, ma'am, yung midterm.
1 hour?
1 hour lang, ma'am.
1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2.
May lunch break po muna.
1 to 2 p.m.
And then sa PPP po, ay po yung 10:30 to 11:30.
1 to 2 p.m. And then, macro skills, November 29, 8:30 to 9:30. Macro. November 29, 8:30 to 9:30.
8:30, ma'am. To 9:30, ma'am.
Okay. And then, the teaching profession, December 1, 10:30 to 11:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Dito, okay kayo sa 8:30 to 9:30?
Pwede 10:30 to 11:30.
Pwede. O, ano naman?
Bigyan po.
10:30 to 11:30. Yes, sure. Sa macro to, macro.
Yes, ma'am.
10:30 to 11:30. Done? We're good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay na tayo So again, children and adolescent lit midterm, December 1, 1 to 2. Same day with the teaching profession midterm, December 1, 10:30 to 11:30. So for macro, November 29, 10:30 to 11:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Alright. Clear, students at home? There you go. Now, if you're done with your seat work, ay, sarap pakinggan ng seat work. You may now pass your papers. Make sure it is properly, particularly reinforce the subject, module. Then can kindly take a picture and then send it to me, please. And then Deb, who will do the online class report for 3 subjects, October, November.
Ma'am, ano po, kasama po yung online
Mag-assign ka para naman so you'll not get exhausted. Yes, please. And then send it to our group chat. Ayan. So I think this is all for today. My students are finally passing their papers. And it's 4:36. It's almost 5. So if we started at 2 to 5, we have a 30-minute break for a total of 2.5 hours. So we have consumed that. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching, writing as a competence-based curriculum and as a macro skill. All right. So goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Goodbye. Say goodbye to your classmates, to the audience. Goodbye. Goodbye. Say goodbye. Yeah, shout out to. All right. Any shout outs there? Okay. Oh, you have an activity to comply with. Ayan. All right. All right. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for the online class report, please.
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
Yes po.
Si Boxing Sir Dosol, ma'am, is, nag-resign na.
Oh,
And
yeah.
May binigyan po siya sa akin, ma'am, na INC. Ngayon, ma'am, may grades na naman si Jessa, ma'am. Pero, ma'am, sa SIS, ma'am, nakalagay pa din po na INC. And hindi niya po alam kung saan po magpapasa ng certificate of
Completion.
Kasi, ma'am, hindi po nag-reply si Sir Dosol. Paano po kaya yan?
Class record. If the class record says it's not INC, then we can sign for the professor. May class record si sir.
Wala, ma'am.
Kailangan magpasa siyang class record.
Sir Dosol.
Paano nalaman ng classmate mo na hindi siya INC?
Sige, ma'am. Hindi ko alam
Oh, what's the proof? Oo, ng grade niya. What's the grade?
Okay, 125 naman.
Ayun.
Send ko na lang sa MU, ma'am.
Yes.
Or dadalhin mo ng F to F tapos pipirma.
Pwede. Actually, Dr. Ferrer will be signing.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Thank you. Have a great day.